It's still crazy to believe that a new Super Smash Bros. Game is coming this year to the Nintendo Switch, and we'll be able to play it at E3 in a few short months. Of course, being fans of Smash Bros. And video games in general, we only have a laundry list of characters we would love to see in the next game. Before we begin this top 10, however, we recommend that you watch our previous video listing 10 other characters we'd love to see. Guess it doesn't matter the order, but you should watch both either way. Now then, here are our top 10 most wanted characters for Smash Bros. Part 2. Psst, please like for a part 3, we might make it. Even though he should be number 1 on this list for always and eternity, Waluigi is long overdue to be part of the Smash Bros. Roster. He only started as a mere assist trophy in Brawl, while his brother from probably the same mother, Wario, hogged the spotlight. And just when Little Mac got his assist trophy redemption in Smash 4, the same cannot be said for this tall, handsome drink of water. This should have happened a long time ago, and with Mario Tennis Aces proving to be an exceptional game, Nintendo could capitalize on this by finally putting Waluigi in Smash. Since he started out as a character in Mario Tennis, he should still have the signature tennis racket to unleash some powerful blows. His lengthy limbs and stature could prove for some long attacks as well. Truth be told, the developers can be insanely creative with Waluigi's moveset because we've never seen him as a fighter before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he's only ever made appearances in Mario spin-off games as an athlete, partygoer, and racer. Now is the time for him to make an appearance as a Smash Brother. I still remember the day when Sonic the Hedgehog was announced for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. When I saw him on the website, I jumped around my house screaming in joy because my favorite video game character at the time was coming to Brawl and the game after it. If Sonic comes back in Smash Bros. Switch, which is more than likely, then maybe it's time for another Sonic character to join the roster. Namely, his trusty sidekick Miles Tails per Hour. And yes, we thought about Shadow, but we'd rather see a character that has less of a chance of being a Sonic clone. Tails is more than just a two-tailed flying fox, as he is skilled in machinery and robotics. He could use a variety of gadgets to assist him in battle and bring in the tornado for an epic final smash similar to Zero Suit Samus's and Solid Snake's. And even if he can't use his fists, those two tails look heavy enough to pack a mean punch. Just be sure to put a handicap on how long and far he can hover. Remember flying from Brawl? Never again. Star Fox has always been well represented in Smash Bros, with memorable stages and characters such as Fox, Falco, and Wolf. We unfortunately didn't see Wolf return in Super Smash Bros. 4, and we would love to see him come back in Smash Bros. Switch. But what about Crystal? Is it too late to change this list, Conrad? Huh? Okay. But seriously, with a few wardrobe and language changes, Crystal is an acceptable character in the Star Fox canon, being requested by many fans for Super Smash Bros. The only thing hurting her chances was not being included in Star Fox Zero, but as proven by Duck Hunt Dog and Captain Falcon, you don't even need to have had a game come out in the last decade to be included in Smash. Now here is a character we know literally nothing about. Not their name, not their gender, not even what they look like. But we know that they're going to be the main character in the Fire Emblem game coming to the Nintendo Switch this year. Supposedly. We'll discuss that in a later video, but the protagonist for Fire Emblem Switch is practically a given, seeing as Robin and Corrin were in Smash 4, even though as DLC, along with 4 million other Fire Emblem characters. Like, seriously, Sakurai, chill. Robin and Corrin delivered some unique skills and movesets that were more than just replications of Marth's. We're betting that the protagonist for Fire Emblem Switch will be somewhat similar, at least with an option for gender select. Nevertheless, if this character is going to appear, maybe they should be a substitute for another Fire Emblem character currently in Smash. I don't know, maybe Lucina? I'm sorry guys, she's just a female Marth to me, but what do I know? Little Mac is my main, please spare me. What? Banjo Kazooie in Smash Bros? Impossible! Rare is owned by Microsoft! Okay, calm down now. You may be right. But head of Xbox Phil Spencer has stated multiple times that he would love to see the duo make it in Smash Bros. And who can blame him? They started out on the Nintendo 64 and were among the 3D platforming giants of the time, next to Mario and, of course, Bubsy. Look at those polygons. Bask in their glory. Anyway, Banjo and Kazooie are a duo that kicks some major ass. When they're not collecting gold puzzle pieces, they're somersaulting into enemies, turning into ants, and building cars. We don't talk about that last part. So please, Phil, get Sakurai on the phone. I'm sure he'd love to get Banjo Kazooie in Smash. All we ask from you is to get Rare working on the real Banjo 3E. I mean, after they finish Sea of Thieves. This next character actually did show up in Super Smash Bros. 4, just as a trophy. What? Why? But then, our hopes were heightened and then immediately shattered by this scumbag right here. Be nice to him though, he does our channel art. So now I ask you, Sakurai, give the people what they want. Anyway, Rayman is more or less Ubisoft's version of Mario. He's kid-friendly, he jumps on platforms, and is a man of few words. Not to mention Rayman Origins and Legends are some of the best platformers ever made. I'd argue they're even better than the new Super Mario Bros. Series. But yet again, so in many others. And now that Mario has teamed up with Rayman's Raving Rabbids, this makes his debut in Super Smash Bros. Switch all the more plausible. He could probably incorporate the Rabbids in some of his attacks, though it's best we probably keep those franchises separated from now on. Don't know why they were together in the first place anyway. Let's think about it. Does Super Smash Bros. Really need more Mario characters, Captain Toad? Take all my coins. Ever since his minigames in Super Mario 3D World, people just fell in love with Captain Toad. I don't know what it is. Is it the getup? Do I need to start wearing a flashlight on my head for people to love me? Oh, shut up, I'm not jealous. But Captain Toad has garnered quite a reputation in the past few years. So much so that they're even porting over his Wii U game to the Switch and 3DS. If Captain Toad can fight as good as he explores, even though he isn't actually a jumper, then he has no reason to not make it into Smash. And not as a meat shield for Princess Peach. The only issue we might see with Toad is the moveset. Yes, his obvious weapon will be a pickaxe. In addition, he could throw turnips and other vegetables, and perhaps bring a power-up or two. Sakurai, we know you can take this challenge, but keep in mind that the hat is not a hat, but his head. Every new Super Smash Bros. Game introduces new Pokemon. In Super Smash Bros. 4, we got Greninja, a water Pokemon. We already have the Fire Master Charizard, so why not complete the fully evolved starters with a grass-type Pokemon? You know where we are heading. What? How do you pronounce that? Dekudua? Decidueye. Oh, it's Decidueye. Okay, the fully evolved form of Rowlet is just freaking awesome. A tall, powerful, quill-wielding bird with a massive punch. The key to success here is to avoid mimicking Charizard's moveset too much, as this is a Pokemon that is radically different, using its feathers, claws, quills, beak, and even spiritual powers to inflict powerful strikes or paralyzation against opponents or rivals. Naturally, despite a new Pokemon Switch exclusive RPG on the way, it is a given that the 7th Alolan generation has to be represented. Decidueye, as the most popular of the starters, will definitely deliver the goods, and if the final smash will be the Sinister Arrow raid, then we are in for quite the spectacle, as Decidueye cleans the table of duelants. Here is a character that we know could make its way into the game, though there is a little catch. Following the reveal of Cloud Strife as paid DLC for Smash 4, every character is possible. Like, everyone. Well, maybe not those. Let us explain. Cloud Strife has appeared in a number of games in the Final Fantasy VII series. Yes, it is a series, even though none of them have been on a Nintendo system. Still, because of his status as an icon and Nintendo's improved relation with Square, Cloud, in a miraculous way, made it into Smash and shocked everyone. Now, a little over 2 years later, we might see a different Square character with multiple Nintendo system appearances that could make its way into Super Smash Bros. Switch. Namely, the Keyblade-wielding Sora from the Kingdom Hearts series. Sora would definitely have a very rich and unique moveset based on the many Keyblade attacks found in the Kingdom Hearts games. There are only a few hurdles that still need to be cleared out of the way. One is Disney, the company that owns Sora's companions, Donald and Goofy. If they are to appear in this final Smash, you better sort this tiny detail out. And if this hurdle can be surpassed, there is always the "we could put him in, but..." Let's face it, Kingdom Hearts 3 is one of the most anticipated games this year, and will release not too far away from Smash. The only problem is that the game is so far not confirmed for the Switch. As such, Nintendo might simply say no. We don't want to promote a character and a game that is coming to our rivals' systems. Naturally, the best solution for all parties would be an E3 announcement by Square Enix confirming that Kingdom Hearts 3 is coming to the Switch in either 2018 or 2019, and then follow it up with Sora confirmed in Smash. Do it, Square. We want to see both happening. Put them on the Switch, bitch. If there is one thing that Super Smash Bros. Needs, then it is another villainous classic. Just imagine Mario and Peach squaring up against Bowser, Link and Zelda with Ganondorf, and Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong knocking off King K. Rool's crown. This is long overdue. King K. Rool has been a staple of the Donkey Kong series ever since the first country game on the SNES, where he notoriously stole all of the Kong's bananas. In many ways, the Banana Wars. Moving on. King K. Rool is a scoundrel, a coward, and this should be reflected in his moveset. Like launching cannonballs from his pirate rifle, ramming into opponents, and throwing his crown as a boomerang, and so on. As for his final smash, he should definitely be in the ring from Donkey Kong 64, destroying anyone and anything in its range. We know that King K. Rool is the creation of Rare, but so is Diddy Kong. In other words, Nintendo and Sakurai, you own the rights to King K. Rool. You have included him as a trophy, and then included him as a paid DLC Mii costume in Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and 3DS. Now you have the opportunity to put together another full-fledged antagonist, since if there is one thing heroes need to be heroes, it is the villains. And there you have it. Another 10 characters that would definitely be worthy of joining the roster of Super Smash Bros. Switch. If some of your characters still didn't appear, then make sure to smash that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe and press that shiny bell to be notified about our future Super Smash Bros. And Nintendo Switch productions, and obviously, part 3 of our most wanted newcomer Smash characters. We also want to give credit where credit is due to our good friend Artsy Omni and the Smashified team, as we used some of their renders in this video. Finally, We want to thank all of our gracious patrons, including Patreon royal producer Kenyatta Ali. If you want to help us do this full time and increase the quality of our productions for some awesome perks in return, then head on over to patreon.com/commonrealm. Until the next video, or our PAX East meetup, which will be at Screenwave's booth on April 7th at 10 a.m., remember to settle it in Smash.